We've broken into someone's house. This music is pretty good too. I'm not sure if it's all that fitting though. I mean, does this sound like music you would listen to while you're stealing from someone's house? I don't know, it sounds like Banjo-Kazooie music. Like, anyone remember Banjo-Kazooie? And I feel old when I bring up old games like that. Now, something about breaking into someone's house. You'll notice no one is ever home. Like, even in the middle of the night, no one's sleeping, no one's at home, no one's cooking for their husband, who's probably off in a dungeon killing monsters. Instead, what you're going to find is that, like the dungeons, these houses very frequently have monsters in them. You'll encounter rats, goblins, rogues, thieves, mages, all kinds of stuff. Like, even wolves and stuff. How does this get into people's houses? Why is nobody ever home? Hey, what's this? Ooh, a bookshelf with potions and skulls on it. Could it be that we've broken into a necromancer's house? Now, often you'll get loot and stuff in these places, but it doesn't look like that's the case tonight. I think these houses are randomly generated just like all the dungeons, too. You know what's confusing? And I found this out the hard way. You can't loot these barrels and like bags and stuff. You would think that you could because it looks like you can, but no. All they do is they just sit there. You see, somebody allowed the goblin to get into their house. What kind of security is this? Like, I don't know, put up like a magic ward or something? I mean, it can't be that hard. There's a mages guild in every town. You know, just like call up the head mage and say, hey, I need a protective ward on my house. That goblin just came out of nowhere! Man, I'm not getting any loot out of this. And yet I'm being attacked by like half of the population of the goblin world. Now I think, I'm not sure, but I think if you rest in these beds like you did in the niches in the starting dungeon, they can't find you. Let's see. Oh, well they didn't disturb my rest. Alright, I'm just gonna do a little backup save. Right, so let's do some snooping around. It's not looking like I'm gonna get all that much out of this whole, like, stealing from this particular family right now. But it's worth a shot. You know, maybe I'll encounter something interesting to show you guys, like maybe ooh! Wow, this family was actually invaded by lizard men. Who knew? That seems like something that you would be able to keep out, like something that wouldn't actually like get into your house that easily. Oh, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. A lizard man? Isn't that, you know, an Argonian? No, actually, according to the official canon of the Elder Scrolls, the lizardmen and Argonians are not actually related at all. But it doesn't really make that much sense, I'll agree with you there. They probably, like, kept that from, like, Dungeons & Dragons, because a lot of these monsters actually seem to be inspired by the original Dungeons & Dragons game that the Elder Scrolls is based off of. But it is kind of an interesting little, like one of those little things that doesn't make any very much sense. Which is probably why the lizardmen didn't appear in any Elder Scrolls game after Arena. Ooh, I hear a goblin! Oh, goblin! You know, at this point, I'm probably not so much stealing from this house, as opposed to, like, getting rid of all of its pests while the owners are asleep. Although apparently not in their own bed. Interesting. Oh, goblin! Here, goblin, goblin, goblin! I've got a present for you! Goblin! Oh, shoot! It's a human! Believe it or not, the humans are actually like the most tough opponents in the entire game. Let's see if this human is weak against fire darts. I don't know what class she is. I don't know, she could be weak against magic, she could not be. What class is she? Come on, tell me! Tell me! Oh, a knife blade. Crud, those are actually kind of tough. Die. Die. Seriously. Seriously! Die! Oh, shoot. Light heal. Light heal. Come on. Die. 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 One. Oh. Crud. See, I was trying to do like this little strategy I found out about. If you can get the NPC, like, if you like walk around a corner, the NPC will get stuck on the wall, and they'll like try to move towards you, but they can't. After that, you have to like find a little position where like you'll be close enough where you can hit them, but they can't hit you. And you can actually do that. Like, I've killed guards that way to try and get them off my back. One time I actually ran into a dead end, and the guards were trying to like pound me to death with their swords. So I just got them stuck on a corner, and I kept whacking them. And the guards are actually really tough. Like, that took forever to do, but I did it. You see, like this goblin right here, stuck in the corner. Can't get to me because of the stupid pathfinding system. Just kind of walks back and forth like that. Maybe that's just how goblins are. Maybe they're just that stupid, which I'll believe because they continuously walk into your swords while their bodies are getting pounded to death. Goblin is nothing usable. What time is it? 5:52 early morning. Okay, so yeah. It's not going to be that long until morning, so I should just get out of here. Just do one quick run, just in case some gold randomly spawned in when I walk down the stairs. By the way, I should point this out. Stairs don't work the same way as doors. You walk into them instead of clicking on them. Which is kind of confusing. Like, when I got pwned by that skeleton earlier in the tomb, I was actually trying to click on the stairs to go up them instead of running into them. I hadn't played Arena for a while, so I actually forgot about that. Plus I was panicking because, you know, I was being attacked by a skeleton! Alright, so let's just stay alive for about, I don't know, maybe, yeah, like 1 minute before... Because the sun comes up like 6 o'clock on the dot, depending on what season it is. Right now it should come up at about 6 o'clock. You'll notice, actually, that the night sky is really inventive in this game. Like, they could have just copped out and did, like, a couple of dots for stars, but instead they did a couple of dots for stars, and they did a couple of interesting things, like this... I don't know what that is. Looks like a small galaxy, or maybe like a binary star. Maybe it's a couple of planets, I don't know. But, like, they got moons and stuff. It's actually really inventive. And you'll notice that the sun doesn't just, like, all of a sudden it's daytime. The sun actually comes up gradually, which is cool. Now this is going to take like a couple of minutes, and then the NPCs will come in, and at that point you know that you're definitely safe. I think the monsters actually stop spawning as soon as like a little sliver of daylight shows up, but better safe than sorry. I'm going to keep my weapon drawn. Alright, so it's just about the time when the NPC should start coming out. There we go, that music means that it's now officially daytime. Now, since I haven't been given a message saying that I failed the quest, I'm assuming that it's not too late to deliver the daughter to the equipment store that is apparently so vital that she gets to. So let's find an NPC, find the equipment store, get rid of her, because she's being annoying right now. I know you guys can't hear her, but she... What the... That girl just disappeared! She just vanished into thin air! Whatever. Where's the equipment store known as Weird Names General Merchandise? North of here. Okay, so this way. Now here's actually an interesting trick that you can do. If you don't feel like asking too many NPCs, you can actually find the taverns and stuff on your map in the equipment stores, because they all have signs in front of their doors. Now the walls are obviously tan, and the red spots are doors. So right here, this building right here, it looks as if there's a wall in front of the door. But that's silly, so clearly it's a sign instead of a wall. See, the signs register as walls on the map for some bizarre reason. So you could just use that to, like, tell where all the stuff is.